Oh shit, this seat is cold. Bruh. How do everybody be? Oi. You just want to say, somebody say good morning. We'll be lurking most of the day. Hope you have a good stream. Make sure you drink something and eat something today. You have a good one, Ash. You have a good one. I'm gonna open my coffee in a second. Oh, Vin, how you be? Okay. I'm gonna quickly put my contacts in. And hopefully it's not a pain in the ass like it has been, because I have new solution.
Some asshole in the chat's trying to tell you to drink water.
At wheels. At wheels. Oh, stretch. Okay. I think the different solution actually helped. We'll see. Considering how much these contacts were bugging me before, I think they're definitely helping. Or it's definitely helping. Right. Let me do this. Okay. Oh. Let me close that so you guys hopefully don't hear the shelling. I live near a military base, so they do, so they get loud with their, like, practices and everything. They get really loud. There's this one really cool base that's by me. I don't want to say anything about it, though, because, apparently it's one of the very few bases in, like, the entire, like, country, so... Like, the type of base it is, at least. Oh, but yeah, there's a lot of shelling. You just got back from work? Fuck yeah! It's time to relax and it's time to unwind from the work. My day's just getting started. Okay. Let me launch Forza real quick. And we'll hop in Forza. We'll do a morning drive. A nice, peaceful drive with some coffee and cat. I do have a cat. As soon as I started streaming, I actually went to go get cat food. Just real quick. Now cat's happy. I can hear him still munching on the food. Cause I got him wet food. And then I usually do a thing if like the can is almost empty or it is empty. When I give him his food, I put a tiny bit of water in the can. I kind of switch it around, get the leftover like oils. Cause it's like a fish, so I'm assuming the oil's good for him. So I try to get that, and then I pour it on top, and he absolutely loves it. He's obsessed with it. If you will. Okay, let me see if I can... Before Forza pulls me in over here, let me see... Game capture. And... Game audio. Okay. You guys ready? You guys ready to take a drive? Oh. I think I'm gonna take a few drinks of my coffee before we get started, though. We'll be over here, but we'll just kind of like look. Yeah, I don't know how much you guys know about racing games. Was I supposed to refrigerate this? I hope not. It doesn't say anything about it. I should be good. It doesn't say anything about it, so surely I don't have to. Imagine it says something on the bottom, but I can't read the bottom. If I even try to read the bottom, I am 100% gonna spill. Ooh, I'm 100% gonna spill this. Oy. But yeah, I'm not sure how much you guys know about Forza, or racing games in general, but I gotta say Forza is definitely, if I don't include arcade ones, like ones that you actually find in like a physical arcade, I would say Forza is my favorite racing game, just because it's open world. I could just do whatever the fuck I want. I can't really get out of car, like the car per se, even though technically you do get out of the car. So it's definitely not one of those it's not like Gran Turismo where it's like just like, you know, track racing and everything. This one's like closer to Crew, I would say. Actually, I think Crew would be a good comparison. It's like Crew but better. I'm not sure how 5 is though. I've heard 5 is really boring. I heard that they I heard that they did it in a desert for their scenery for 5. And I'm just like, dude, no one wants to play in no one wants to like have an open world game in the middle of a desert. The last time that happened was New Vegas, and people said that they loved New Vegas, but the world was empty as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, no one wants an empty open world. At least I don't want an empty open world. I just started trashing on New Vegas, and I apologize. New Vegas is probably my it's probably my least favorite Fallout, if I'm being honest with you guys. The least favorite Fallout that I've tried. I haven't played Fallout 1, Fallout 2, or Tactics. I haven't played those. But based off of what I do know of Fallout, New Vegas is the one that I don't like the most. I still like it, don't get me wrong. Still fun game. It's just empty. And I felt restricted to one area of the game until I got higher level. You feel like it's better to drive a pickup truck in this? I think we can. We can drive a bunch of different vehicles. Here. Actually, let's go ahead and get started now. I'll show you some of the ones that we can do. What's going on? Okay. That was random. Okay, we're gonna pause that. Because this kind of has its own music going into it, and you know what? We're gonna be copyrighted. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should have gone to options first. Fuck. Okay, we'll go to options right after this. Because I have a feeling I'm gonna get something copyrighted. I should probably be over here too. There we are. There we are, there we are. But yeah, yeah, and this one, like, another thing that I like about this is, like, the customization with your cars is absolutely insane. You can customize your car. You can earn skill points to do upgrades to your driving. Where did that come from? I got another cut! Where? Oh my god. How do I do this to myself? I ended the day yesterday with 2 unknown cuts and an unknown scab. And now I woke up and I have another unknown cut. What the fuck am I cutting myself on? I blame this drink. I blame Dollar General. It only started after I went to Dollar General. Even though I know it isn't Dollar General's fault, I blame Dollar General. Fuck you, Dollar General. How dare. How feckin' dare. Still gonna take a drink of this coffee though. No cat. No. Can you move that? Hold up, cat's trying to jump up on something. No. Up, up, up. Okay. Oh shit. E. Okay. Let me.
Welcome back, Fox.
Hold up. Before you say. Hold up. Oh, by the way, guys, if at any point the audio sounds funny, definitely let me know. Especially for this game. Because I have had issues in the past with audio. Does this sound muffled? I can't tell if that's my headphones, because lately my headphones have been acting up. So let me know if it sounds like muffled or if it sounds kind of funny. For some reason they do have that issue. Okay, where are my settings? There they are. I'm gonna do audio. Streamer mode on. Yes, please. The mystery to damage yourself? Dude, I have no idea. But I'm doing it way too often. But like I said, it only started after I went to Dollar General, so. You hear sound normally? Okay. It sounds so muffled to me. Oh, I forgot there was a rock. That's alright. We embrace it. Just embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace it. I'm not embracing it. Oh, I should still be able to drive up the steps. Come on. Ugh. Okay. Anyways, let me show you some of the cars. I should probably go up here and do that then. Oh, that was an X. That was an X. I was rewinding. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this is another one. Forza introduced, like, the rewind thing, where, like, you can rewind, like, back by, like, so-and-so seconds. Or miles. I can't remember how they gauge it. Is miles or something. Let's go to my cars. Okay. I have a lot of lovely cars. I have a few that I would like, thank you, cat, that I am particularly proud of. I gotta say, one of them is this lovely, lovely beast. This is absolutely one of the most majestic cars that I got. Just look at it. So majestic. Look at that shit. It's absolutely amazing. It has to be it's 100% my most majestic car. Though I do have some contenders. I do have some really, really good contenders. I rewind again. I do have some really good contenders though. Look at that. Look at that shit pulling up to that house. I just marked myself for robbery. There's no way that no robber would ever pass up the opportunity to rob this. But yeah, like I said, I do have some contenders. I can't say that this is absolutely the most majestic car in the game, but it is really cool. I will say it is really cool. I just wish that the car would have been the correct mystery van car. You know what I mean? But you know what? Maybe one day I'll find the correct one and I will be able to put the style on it. Oh my god, is that that engine? Oh, there's a reason I like this game, guys. I love how I could just customize everything. And I can make them look absolutely ridiculous. It is by far my most favorite part of this game. Which is weird, because this is a racing game. But my favorite part of the game is just, you know. Ooh, this one I actually genuinely like. This one right here is, like, non-ironically my most majestic one. Non-ironically. The other one is ironically. Look at that. Look at that shit. The metallic and everything. I'm also just a sucker for Arizona tea. And this car looks nice. Look at that. I like this one. I wonder if I should go somewhere with it. We'll go a little bit. I'll do a quick drive with this one. But yeah, I absolutely love this one. It's one of my favorites in terms of looks, but the handling is a bit weird. Yeah. The handling, if you get to a certain speed, does get a little bit wonky. Most of them do, though I have found a few really fucking insanely fast cars where the handling is absolutely amazing. Look at that. Ooh, shit, fuck. That wasn't what I expected. I didn't prepare for that turn correctly. But yeah, that'd be a sick car. It also looks like it has like a fin on the top of it, like it reminds me of a shark's fin. Dot on. Dot on. Dot 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 dot. Okay. Let's get up here. This car was not meant for off-road. Okay, let me see if I can actually look at my cars from here. Da, 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 da. No, I don't think I can. Da, da, da. We're good. Oh, change car. We can. Okay, let's see. What else we got here? What else do I want to show off to you guys? Because I got a lot of cars. You know what? Maybe in a moment we'll do a little drive with a He-Man car. I want to show you one of the very fast ones, though. Oh, I like this one. This one is like a Coca-Cola car, but I absolutely love the style of it. Well, actually, yeah, no. It's not the ones I was talking about. It's not the fast ones, but It is a very as I like the ones that are metallic and shiny looking. If you guys couldn't tell, but it is kind of pretty. I like it. I hear that sound. Oh, I think this is the one that I used a lot for because this game has seasons. I think right now we're in the autumn season, but we should be getting in the fall season soon. And this is the one I really, really liked for snow. This is the one that I was always driving in snow because this one just worked really well. I think I ended up getting a better one for snow. Whoops, 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 whoops. Oh, that's so pretty. I think I ended up getting a better one for snow. But this is one that I used for a while. Okay. I think I want to say it was a Ferrari, maybe? No, I don't think so, actually. Fuck. It's been a hot minute since I hopped on, so it's gonna take me a minute to figure out which one. Oh, I 100% passed it. There's a Porsche. The Porsches are nice too. Ooh, this one is nice. I don't even remember this one, but it caught my eye. So we're gonna hop in it. It's like the I put the Vaporwave. I think that's what it's called, Vaporwave. Okay, this car does not have good handling. Oh my god, that turn is wide. That was the sharpest turn I could make, going 50 miles an hour. Oh my god, the handling is terrible in this car, but it looks pretty. It looks pretty. Where are you? Wonder if it was this one. Let's see. Acceleration handling. Is it this one? Yes. Delivered. You're a danger on the road? Bruh, listen. Only sometimes. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I probably shouldn't have gotten in this car on a dirt. Let's get out of the park. Let's find actual solid concrete road. Yeah, because I'm everywhere. This is concrete-ish. I still don't think this is the one though. I have a feeling it was a really shiny one, but that could just be because I'm like, ooh, shiny. But knowing me, I made it shiny. Okay, hold up. Let me switch over to the other one. We should probably also get out of this area. Because I'm almost 100% positive that all the cars I'm showing you from this point on are meant for solid asphalt. I passed it again, didn't I? I didn't pass it again. Bro, I wish they would keep things, like, in place. Okay, there we are. It's because I was in the car. See, I never promised that we would have safe travels. I just said we were gonna go on a morning drive. I never said it was gonna be a safe morning drive. Okay, this is one of the ones. I think these turns might just be too sharp for how fast I was going though. Ow. My face! There's a reason why I have damage turned off. If you're wondering. You wanna know what I really wanna get? Because controller can be a pain in the ass, but it's kind of like the best option you have in terms of driving. But what I really, really want to get is like an actual functioning steering wheel for this. I do have one, but the steering wheel is so jacked up that like I can't do slight turns with it. I have to like yank the wheel in order for it to respond to me, because the threshold is like, no matter how much I change it, the turning threshold is absolutely ridiculous. Cat was messing with the door. Cat knows he's not supposed to be messing with the door, to the point if I look back at him, he automatically stops messing with the door. And that's all I have to do to get him to stop. But at the same time, how do I get out of here? Sorry, my brain. Oh my god, I went in a fucking circle. How do I get out? Oh. Cat's like, oh no. Yeah, Cat knows he messed up. He is very, very well aware of it. Okay, I can get out of here. It's just the issue is I can't get out of here on solid road-ish. So we're gonna... I can fast travel. So we're gonna fast travel. And we're just gonna take a long drive. And we'll probably set a waypoint so that way I don't get turned around. Because knowing me, I'm gonna get turned around. Where did Cat go? Oh, sorry, Cat. My drink was in the way. He was trying to jump up. He's trying to get on the desk and like he's staring at me and my drink and he's like, bruh, move your fucking drink, dude. Okay. Let's set a waypoint. We want to drive. We'll take a drive and we're also going to hit these little guys, these influence boards. So another thing about this game is your level up is basically, think of it as content creator leveling up. So, sir, you're in the way. Thank you. When you collect these influence boards, you get these points. And if you get enough points, you kind of like level up, right? So yeah, so your level up system is basically content creator leveling up, because you level up by followers. You do a cool stunt, you get points for it. Those points are basically just followers. I think it will say, once we get to a certain point, it'll actually tell us. So we gotta, in order to get those followers, we need to hit the not the followers. We need to hit the boards. Don't hit the followers. Hit the boards. And you will gain the followers by hitting the boards somehow. So we're gonna make our way over here until you, thank you. And then we'll kind of literally circle the map.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Oh, I don't want to turn around. Okay. Also, we're not gonna do our drive in a car that I am going to literally go batshit crazy on. So we will do it in the most epic style fashion I could possibly think of. And the most majestic car I have in my arsenal. Oh wait, what did I do? Yeah. Maybe I should take a picture. That is a fantastic idea. I did not mean to open this, but you know what? Now that you mention it, game.
See? You're a natural.
I was supposed to do that. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. In the most epic style fashion, there is one thing. I opened photo mode again. How do I open the radio? You know what? Fuck it. I don't think we can open the radio, so we're gonna do this. And then you play the most depressing song that I have on this playlist. That's a shit. That's the shit we want. Okay. We can drive to this, maybe. Oh, wait. Oh, radio just turned off in general. Okay. I think that's intentional.
Turn left.
Let me know if the music is overpowering the game.
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Because right now everything kind of sounds staticky. Okay, that was 100% a user error. I will admit that was 100% a user error. I don't think I could explain that away. I genuinely did not think that there was... Okay. You hit... I don't know. I think I didn't see anything. No, cat. No cap. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't a user error. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I genuinely did not see that. I didn't think anything was there. Cat, why are you meowing? Damn it, cat. Damn it. Oh, I dropped something. Oh no. Come on, over here. Oh, okay. Cat was upset. Cat didn't have enough room to jump up on the bed, so I had to help him. Okay. Okay, you know what? Aside from the influence boards, do you guys want to set up a counter? For how many times I've crashed? You know what? Maybe I'll make a video out of this. Maybe I'll like put a little counter in like the corner of the screen of how many times I've crashed into things. Let's not let's not count for the previous times, but if we did, I think that's like 2 times we crashed. Oh, I'm not going very fast, game. You are silly. I'm not doing that challenge. I'm not going fast enough to do that challenge. I didn't hit, by the way. That was a near miss.
Horizon subreddit are telling weird abandoned car stories, and I know it's the internet, but one of these is too good not to go check out.
Oh, another thing that's great about this universe? Reddit exists. Reddit is an actual thing. So close. Nope, I didn't hit anything. You guys can't say I did. Dude, come here. You want to check out my car? Come here. Come here. I can't catch you. I'm not going to be able to catch you. Oh my god, so I'm not gonna- Oh wow. Look! That is just straight up driving off the road! And you guys think I am a bad driver. And you guys say I am a bad driver. Look at that dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna catch up to him. He was most likely teasing me right there. Well, you know what? Joke's on him. He has no idea what he's missing out on this car.
Turn left.
Is it me or is the music sounding funky? What are you talking about? It's just you? No, no, no. If you see any name tags, those are actual players. This is an, this technically is online. Technically. But I have collision off for players. The music is okay? Okay, so it's just my headphones. I'm so paranoid about it because if you guys hear what I'm hearing, it doesn't sound good. Cat, you good? What do you mean? You can't body slam the door, dude. You good? I'm not even mad. I'm just concerned. Dude, why are you body slamming the door? Did you guys hear that? I don't think my mic picked that up, actually. But if it did, god damn, the cat just body slammed the door. You good? Hold up. I'm gonna put the collar on Cat so that way Cat can go out, 'cause I think Cat's really trying to get out, so I'll let him. Cat's going crazy? Yeah, I think Cat wants out. He's a crazy cat. Okay, hold up. Hold up. If you want out enough to body slam the door, who am I to deny you at that point? Goddamn. Oh. Goddamn, dude. Yeah, I'm all like, damn, if you're like body slamming the door, like, jeez, who am I to, like, you know. Like, if he wants out that bad that he's like body slamming the door, then like, fuck. I'm just gonna let him out. He clearly wants out more than he needs to be in. See, look at this. I can be a good driver when I want. Fuck the door. Cat's thoughts exactly. To be fair, I'm pretty sure almost all cats, at least all the cats that I've known or been around, almost all of them absolutely hate doors. Particularly closed doors, which honestly can relate. I cannot be upset with that because it's like, you know what? Yeah, fuck doors.
Turn right.
Doors are always getting in the way. So I'm sure Cat feels the same. Did we come across any influence bars? I feel like we did, and I completely got distracted. It was kind of hard to focus. Is that a cop? I was trying to back up without hitting anything. Oh, was worth it for the counter. Was worth to get a point on the counter. Just in case it was. Because fuck that car in particular. Your cat, when you were younger, opened the main door to get inside, but never to go outside? Cat's like, I know to open the door, but fuck it. I mean, like, it's kind of weird, because technically my cat knows how to open my door. But he doesn't. He just doesn't. I know he knows how to open it, though, because I've seen him do it. He's done it before, but it was like one time, and it's like, dude, I know you know how to open the door. I'm assuming it's because sometimes I lock the door, so it must be like, he's not sure if it's locked. Oh, I arrived at my destination? Already? Oh, I 100% missed every influence board on the way, didn't I? I did. Okay, we're gonna go that way. Oh, here's an influence board, see? Right here. Okay, I hit a lot of other things. I hit a lot of other things. Well, goddamn it. Okay. Challenge isn't going as smooth as I thought it was gonna go, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure the counter of things that I've hit can't be that bad. It wouldn't be that bad. It can't be that bad. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. I just love this so much.
In 400 yards, turn left.
I say, hey, what's going on?
Turn left.
I wish I had that song in my playlist. It'd be perfect to play right here. Even though technically it wouldn't matter if I did,
The roundabout. Take the first exit.
because the people in the VOD have no idea what music I'm listening to.
In 400 yards, turn right.
Right? What kind of right am I making? Look at the map! What?
Turn right.
I got a question for my European peeps. Is this what the roads actually are like? Do you have, like, bullshit turns like that? Not that the US does have bullshit turns, because we 100% do have a lot of bullshit turns, but, like, I was looking at the map and I'm like, what kind of turn am I making here?
You have arrived at your destination.
That how the UK is, not the rest? Okay. So it's more... So it's only like a select area. Whoops, I didn't choose a waypoint. I want other people to see my car. Cause look how beautiful it is. A beautiful. Panda or Nugget, I should say, who are you talking to? Nice to meet you. I'm Nugget. Who are you talking to? Oven has been here. The way you say they drive on the wrong side of the road. I mean, technically yes. But like, nah, you're a ghost. Ooh, spoopy ghost. But I mean, like, for me, technically they do drive on the wrong side of the road, but at the same time, it's like, I've heard that it's better to drive on, like, this side of the road. But then I've heard other people say otherwise, so I'm wondering if it's like, I don't know. I haven't in real life driven on this side of the road. Only in games, because a lot of the games I play that I drive in, have these road rules. Like this one, there was Watch Dogs Legion as well, had this one as well. I'm not sure how Forza 5 is though. UK is the only country on the EU to drive that side of the road. Really? I thought wow. I thought like driving on this side of the road, like this side of the road, the right side of the road. Oh my god, I just realized. That's why it's the wrong side of the road. Because this side is the right side of the road. This is the side that like the US and stuff drive on, like you know. This right here is like, you know, US kind of thing. Or at least I thought it was only US. I thought all of the Europe drove on this side of the road. On the left side. Shit. I had no idea. You learn something new every day. Ah. You seen me, but you didn't see me. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I haven't come across enough influence boards. A near miss. I didn't even see that car. I could have hit that car. And I would have had no idea. Yeah, some of the obstacles on this road can be a little tricky to see with this car. Just because of the rack and the ladder and everything. Smaller cars it blocks quite often, it seems like. I hope they liked my car. No, I want to go this way, actually.
Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Just like real life. Ignoring the GPS, but putting it on anyway. Every EU country drive on the right side, but the thing for us is we use... Oh, yeah, that's right. You use kilometers.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Right? I think that was kilometers. You don't... Yeah, I remember, like... I do remember that, like, just in metric system in general, you guys use a much different, metric system. I think the US... Maybe that's where I was getting it confused. Is the US the only one that uses, miles? Because I think the US is one of the ones that, like, or one of the only ones to use, like, a different metric system. Just in general, because they're, it's the same with, Fahrenheit and Celsius. Most countries use Celsius, I'm pretty sure, but the US commonly uses Fahrenheit. Though we do use Celsius on occasion too, but it's usually Fahrenheit. Like, that's the most common one. Okay, I can't see if there's a car there. I couldn't tell. Oh, I'm going downhill. I'm going speedy. I think this is the fastest I've gone in this vehicle. Shit, dude. Oh, this is 100% the fastest I've gone in this vehicle. I said, hey, what's going on? I like to think that when I drove by that one player, because I saw there was a player on the map, when I went through that intersection, that player was passing the intersection, and they were right in front of He-Man. So I'm hoping that they saw the beautiful He-Man in all of his glory. Oh, the ultimate test. You ready, guys? We gotta go as fast as we can. Which isn't very fast. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Oh my god, we're going slower by the minute. Oh, this is gonna be so anticlimactic. Oh! Mmm. I don't know about you guys. That was the best jump I've ever done in my life. Fuck yeah. Bruh. I didn't even get a jump.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing, dude. There's just something about playing, like, this game as, like, one of the more mediocre cars. Like, the cars that... By mediocre, I mean, like, the cars that don't go as fast as, like, the other cars. Like, the cars that you would typically be playing in this kind of game. When you play as the opposite side of the spectrum in this game, it's just... I didn't realize how amusing it would be. I didn't realize how amusing it would be. Oh, there's an influence bar somewhere up here. Or not. Hold up. We gotta have to go off-road for this. There you are. Yeah, sometimes the influence bars are a little hidden, if you guys couldn't tell. That would explain, how we missed, so many. Yeah, you believe, the only one... Hold up. Let me just kinda... you believe the only one, not 100, pro set. Sure, you know the other countries have that, but not EU. Also something else, but few of them. Wait, so there are other, like, metric systems?
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Like, besides, like, the ones that I mentioned before, there are other, like, systems that, like, different countries use?
Turn
Huh.
around when it is safe to do so.
I thought there were only, like, 2 different sides of it. Bruh. Really do be my ignorance showing, huh? Also, I think we hit a car, but we're gonna ignore... Okay, that one is a little harder to ignore.
Turn around when it is safe to do
That
so.
one is definitely a little harder to ignore. God damn it, game, why are you calling me out like that? You see that wreckage like that pops up? Game really be calling me out.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
You think everyone uses kilometers? Not everyone drive on the right side of the
Calculating
road.
route.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason I thought, like, every country except for the US drove on the left side of the road. But I think that was just more of, like, US ignorance showing. You know what I mean? At least that's what I call it. I call it the US ignorance. Sort of like how, like certain countries that are under severe censorship, like, North Korea. Just to name a random one, you know, obviously. Just like how, like, they wouldn't know a lot about the other countries because, like, it's censored. It's similar, but, like, the US doesn't really censor it. They just have propaganda. It's propaganda bullshit. Or, like, you know, misinformed people spreading false information and no one bother clearing it up. How can you be hungry? You are a bot, right? And a nugget? Nuggets can be hungry. But you want to know what? Nugget rights. Nugget rights. I can't say the same for a bot. Because, you know, you have a very fair point. Bots can't really be hungry. But, nugget rights. We need nugget rights. Look at this area. I don't think I've ever explored this area a whole lot. I don't think I've explored this area very much. Dude, look at all the I almost called them bubballoons. Look at all the bubballoons. Nah, look at all them air balloons. Or they do call them air balloons, right? Now I'm second guessing myself. God fucking damn. Oh, pretty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do call them air balloons. I can't think of anything else that they would call them. You fucking goddammit game. You know what? I will never miss the counter because the game tells me every single time I have a wreckage, apparently. What is this? That was landscaping, obviously. That doesn't count. A survey. Take on. No. Oh, that's all in line. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Back in the old days, us Europeans used to believe that, believe America was this amazing, great place to live. But now, whoops. But now we Europeans are the type looking down on America. I mean, I genuinely cannot blame you. Every single leader we've had has probably been the most ridiculous leader ever. Even now.
In 200 yards, turn right.
And then the year before, and the year before that, we've had a lot of like absolute joke of leaders. You know what I mean? We've had a lot of them. And on top of that, our citizens don't make it any better. We have so many citizens that are just so many that I just don't understand how they are alive. Well, that goes with people in ouch. That goes with people in general, though, to be fair. I don't understand how some people are alive with the amount of common sense that they lack. I genuinely don't. Like, I understand everybody has their days. Okay, everybody has their days. I know I have a lot of days. Where it's just like, you know, brain just isn't really working, isn't really functioning, or maybe it's like you have had a bad day, stuff like that. Totally understand. But there are some people where they just are always like that, and it's just like, how have you survived this far, sir? I would love to know. I would love to know. Stupid? Yeah, stupid is another good way to put it. I would just say a lot of people here just lack common sense and also have a lot of entitlement. I think entitlement is the one that's more exclusive to the US. Well, not really exclusive, but like a lot of entitled people in the US for sure. 100%. I will not even deny that. There are so many entitled people here who believe that their struggle is, you know, the struggle of a lifetime. And there's some entitled people where they pretend to care about other people's struggles, but when it comes down to it, they only help other people in their struggles if it benefits them. because they're entitled and they think that the world evolves around them. There are way too many people like that in the US. You blame city people? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. City people are definitely a part of the problem. I'm not, like, not all city people are bad, but there are a lot. There are a lot. You know, I wish it was winter, because if it was winter, I could drive across that lake right now. Just right now. I want winter to come. Am I able to advance into winter?
It turns out that there's a drift club nearby that goes by the name of, well, Drift Club. Spoke to the lead guy, Robert Glenn. You should have seen his face when I told him I knew you. He's keen to meet you.
Hold up.
See what you can do behind the wheel.
Hold up. I'm not doing races right now. I am doing morning drives. Also, can I advance the next season yet? I want to advance to the next season, dude. How do I do that? You guys want to go to the beach? Let's go to the beach.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I will turn around when I goddamn well please. I don't know why. I have an issue listening to GPSs sometimes. Sometimes I just want to go off and explore. But at the same time, I just put them on anyway, even though I know damn well I'm not going to listen to them. You learn from your father to take care. Whoops. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's embrace the wreckage. Embrace the wreckage. You learn from your father to take care about people and think how good you have it compared to other ones, so you decide to help when you can. Yeah, that makes sense, because I actually feel like that's a good way to think about it. I don't think I was ever really taught to care about others' well-being other than family. As weird as that sound, as Fast and Furious as that mentality is, it was a mentality that, like, one of the few mentalities that my mom, like, really not really managed to stick in my head, because it didn't really stick very well. Because I feel like if someone is not good for me, in terms of family-wise, in any capacity, to the point where I feel like they are abusing me or taking advantage of me to a ridiculous extent, or I know that they're a bad person and they don't deserve it, or something like that, something along those lines, then family-wise, I will like drop them. Friends are a little different. I'm a little bit, weirdly enough, I am far more guarded when it comes to friends. There you are. I was like, where the fuck are you? But for me, I think the mentality that I learned the most that really helped me kind of like understand people was one that I ended up teaching myself through, weirdly enough, anime. As weird as that sounds, okay, I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. It's a very simple concept that you would have think that my parents would have taught me, but they didn't. And that is to put myself in other people's shoes. I do that a lot. I always feel the need, if I cannot understand why a person is doing something or anything like that, I usually try to put myself in their shoes. And I try to understand why they're doing it. Because if I can understand why, I can understand, you know, their intent and whether or not it is reasonable for them to be doing it. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes I do it a little too much. How did I end up back in this goddamn place? I didn't listen to GPS, that's how. But yeah, I like to put myself in, like, other people's shoes. Because not only does it, I feel like, give me a better understanding of like, the world and, like, the people around me and just, like, the different situations, that can occur, right? Stuff like that. But it also just, I also feel like it just gives me a more understanding, point of view when it comes to interacting with people. If I can put myself in your shoes and I can understand it, or if you tell me why, and, like, you know, it makes sense from that point of view. Not from my point of view, but from that point of view. If it makes sense, then it's like, okay, I understand. And I won't judge you for it, because I know that there's some shit that I probably do or say that people are all like, what the fuck did you just say? Or what the fuck did you just do? You know what I mean? So I'm sure I do a lot of people, or like, I'm sure I do a lot of things that, that people are probably off-putted by. Or, you know, stuff like that. I know I do, because I know I've lost friends for things that I supposedly do. Right? And for me, it makes sense. But for them, it doesn't. And you know what? That is understandable. Everybody is different. Exactly. Everybody is different. I've come to a realization, I think around, like, high school I came to this realization. Everybody has different point of views. Everybody brain works differently. The way people process things work differently. The way people react to situations are different. None of them are the same. And you know what? That's okay. I feel like that's a good thing. I know some people may not think it's a good thing because it leads to conflict, but at the same time, I feel like it only leads to conflict when someone can't accept it. You know what I mean? When someone can't accept the way someone thinks or views things or life, that's when the conflict occurs. I feel like it would be way different if instead we try to understand each other's point of views more. You want to know what I mean? I feel like the whole key is just, you just have to be understanding. You have to be open to how other people think. You know what I mean? How other people think, their thought processes. Like, obviously, if they're hurting somebody, that's a no. Like, there are lines, obviously, that you draw, but I feel like I've always gone with the mentality, and I've said this a million times, and a lot of other people have said this before, too. I am definitely not the only one to have said this. But if they're not hurting anybody, what's the problem? Realistically, if they're not hurting anybody, what's the problem in what they're saying or what they're doing? What's, like, you know, what's the problem in how they act or what they're thinking or how they think if they're not hurting anybody? Like, they're, like, you know, obviously there are different levels of hurting somebody. Like, for example, spreading misinformation. That is harmful. That is not okay. And if someone is spreading misinformation and they're not realizing it, then obviously you should say something. Because in that case, it's like, yeah, they're, you know, that could hurt somebody by spreading misinformation. But, I mean, like, for the most part, I've always gone with, like,
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
if you're not hurting anybody, and, you know, then it's, like, fine. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody has a right to think what they think and have their own opinions. I don't feel like anybody should be ostracized for their opinions. For example, that's one of the reasons why I cannot stand fucking Twitter. Because Twitter is very much the opposite mentality. Twitter is actually very, very harmful in their mentality, which is, if you don't agree with how I see this, or you don't agree with boycotting this thing because of this reason, or whatever it may be, if you, Twitter's very much, if you don't agree with it, you are a horrible fucking person. And it's like, no, that's not okay. Or for example, this one is something that has actually been a situation that I experienced with somebody. I'm not gonna say any names because then it's just gonna cause controversy probably, and that's the last thing I fucking want. Well, not really controversy, it's more gonna cause like drama, and I don't like drama. But it is a good example for what I'm talking about. So, without using any names, basically, say we're trying to bring light to certain situations, right? Certain, discriminations, if you will. One person is discriminated against, and that thing is a very common and open discrimination that most people, at least on the internet, can agree with, can get behind. They can understand the struggle, right? But there's this other thing that this other person is also experiencing. And to try to relate to the situation, or just to bring light to the situation, just in general, not really trying to relate, just trying to bring light to it as well. They mentioned their struggle that a lot of other people in a similar group experience, and this group is something that, once again, they can't control, just like the other situation. I know this is a lot to follow, since I'm not using any particular examples, but just stick with me for a moment. That person says something publicly, online, about their struggles as well, just like the other person. However, that other person that had the more commonly accepted voice about their struggle ostracized the person that just spoke up about their struggle. Because they aren't. Because, according to them, by them speaking up about their struggle, they are automatically invalidating the other struggle that's completely unrelated. Mind you, completely unrelated. About theirs. By them voicing their completely different struggle, completely different, they are undermining this other struggle. Hopefully you guys were able to understand me after all that, because I wasn't really using names. I guess I could use code names. I just don't want to mention too much, because I feel like if I mention the per se quote unquote struggles I'm talking about, I have a feeling that's gonna spark something. So for that reason, I will not. Because like I said, I don't want drama. I don't want to call anybody out. I'm not that kind of person. But it is a good example of what I'm talking about. A lot of people try to invalidate other people's struggles by saying no, their struggle matters more, because they struggled more. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's those situations that I can't get behind. For me, I've always seen it as a struggle is a struggle. You comparing struggles would be like trying to compare a broken leg to someone who is in a wheelchair. It's just, it turned into a dick measuring contest is what it does. And I don't like that. I feel like if at any point you can compare, oh my god, dude, Oh my god. I thought you were gonna still move forward. I didn't think you were gonna come to a complete stop if I hit you. But yeah, like, I feel like everybody's struggles matter.
At the roundabout,
Yeah, some struggles are more serious than others. They do. Like, there are those struggles. Some struggles are more serious than other ones. However, that doesn't mean that the other struggles are invalidated. You want to know what I mean? Especially if you guys weren't even talking in the same conversation. You want to know what I mean? Like, for example, they're completely different posts, they're completely different topics, right?
in 200 yards,
That doesn't mean that it's invalidating that other one. It's just bringing light to a different struggle that a lot of people don't acknowledge. You want to know what I mean? It's like, it's those situations that are like, that Twitter causes. And those situations that infuriate me, because it's like, well, yeah, that is a struggle, but so is this. They're not invalidating your struggle by announcing their struggle.
in 400 yards, turn right.
So, I feel like people don't always have the self-awareness, though, to fully grasp that concept, that there can be multiple different struggles, and they can all be valid. Like, just because a new struggle is introduced doesn't mean another one is invalidated. You can be in support of fixing multiple different, like, issues. You wanna know, you know what I mean?
Around when it is safe to do so.
Just because you support another one doesn't mean that it invalidates the other one that you have. It's a very weird topic. And it's a topic that I would never ever dare to bring to Twitter, because I already know how Twitter is gonna react.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I could be as impartial as possible, and Twitter is going to react badly to it. Which is why I hate Twitter. Oh, your best friend had a bad struggle since childhood, and you got a struggle last year in fall. You never bring it up because you know how it can hurt him. Oh, like,
When it is safe to do so. In 100 yards, turn right.
they're like completely different? Or
In 400 yards,
like, are the struggles like different? I think I get what you're trying to say, though, Oven. Oh, this is a narrow road. Oh, this is an alleyway. Oh, fuck. Okay, you know what? That is bad. They are the same. Okay. Wait. Out of curiosity, would it hurt him more because it's bringing up the struggle again, and like it's something that, like, you know, is just like a subject you don't want to bring up? Because I can definitely understand that. I missed it. Because, like, I completely understand that one.
do so.
I wanted to get to the beach. I can't get to the beach. It's kind of weird talking about this. Well, He-Man is, you know, well, not really staring at me, but facing, like, you know, me and being like, hey, what's going on? I have to try to sing it somewhat. You know what? Hold up. We're actually gonna stop for a second. I'm gonna take a drink of my coffee. We'll look out to the ocean. Girl, that's the way that it goes. He never brings it up, but his girlfriend told you about it, and he has pain and never healed from it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I get trauma-wise doing that. Cause, and that's another thing, is like, everybody is affected by, you know, situations differently. So, people's trauma responses are different. Some people have a hard time healing from a trauma, while some people are able to heal from it. But yeah, I definitely understand, like, not wanting to bring it up around him especially, or bring it up. Because I'm assuming if it's a situation like that where he had a hard time, well, where he hasn't healed from it yet, it must be an actual very traumatic experience. Boy. And that's I don't think I mentioned this before, but this brings me onto a different topic. I used to really, really want, I kind of still do, because I do find the human brain very fascinating in the way it functions and the way it works. But I've always really wanted to be a psychologist. Specifically, I really wanted to be a criminal psychologist. I wanted to study the minds of people who have committed crimes. And also talk to them. Because I think that there's something very fascinating about someone's mind or mental state in order to make them to commit a lot of very heinous crimes. 'Cause, like, it could be, like, a bunch of different things. It could be family life, but not always. Because there are some, like, absolutely horrendous, like, you know, serial killers where they had a loving family. They had a loving family when they grew up. But somehow they ended up the way they did. Sometimes people account it, or like psychologists have accounted it to brain trauma, because they might have had some sort of traumatic event. Another really interesting thing, and I'm not saying anything about the US military in particular about this, but at the same time I am. Another really fascinating thing is a lot of similarities that serial killers seem to have. They've gone to the military at some point in their life. Sometimes it's before they committed all these crimes, or before they quote-unquote had thoughts to commit these crimes. Sometimes it's after. And I find it really, really interesting, because if you ever... I know this because when I tried to enlist, this was something that I was told. Not by a recruiter, of course, because a recruiter never tells you this. Because a recruiter is trying to recruit you. But, if you go into the military, and you have a documented incident, or illness, anything like that, if you have anything documented like that, they are supposed to give you 2 different psych valves. There's one that you have to go get yourself by your own psychologist. And then there's another one. Sorry, I heard the dog barking. And then there's another one where they do with their own psychologist, to make sure that you are mentally sound to serve. Right? I wonder how many times they have seen the signs of like, you know, these serial killers. How many times they've seen the signs, but ignored it. That's another really fascinating thing. This is specifically for the US military. I can't say anything about the other militaries. but specifically with the US military. So I'm really, really curious how many times that they saw these signs but ignored it because while they served, they probably would have been very good when they served. But what about when they get out? I mean, you can't do anything about it then, because then it brings into the question, why did you let them serve in the first place if they were this mentally unsound? So, it's a very different topic. But that was another thing that popped in my head for some reason. Maybe because, like, trauma responses? Interesting. You never heard of anything like that in the EU? Yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll have to watch one of her videos. But there's, like I mentioned her before, Bailey Syrian. She makes videos about, different crimes and different serial killers and stuff like that. And the reason why I like her videos is she actually, I'm not sure if she does the research herself or if she has someone else do them, because, you know, she might have someone do them now, the research, but when she first started, she probably did it herself. But, she doesn't just tell the story of the crime. She tells about, like, what they did in their past, what their past life that was documented, at least to the public, was like. Like, for example, their family life, without obviously giving any names, but their family life. You know, also, like, you know, their love life. What was their love life like? What was their educational life like? Were they bullied a lot? Stuff like that. She, like, actually, like, lays out the full story before the crime was even thought of happening. Which is one of the reasons why I was so intrigued by her videos, unlike a lot of others. Because when you hear her, like, you know, announce, like, all of this stuff that's happened previously in their lives, it's really interesting to think, that a lot of common similarities that these serial killers seem to have was that they were in the military at some point. Some, like I said, some were beforehand, like before the crime was even thought of happening, or when they were probably still mentally sane. But others were afterwards. It's just really interesting to me how some of that stuff happens. And it makes you wonder. But yeah, I definitely can't say anything about, other ones. I do know that, obviously other places have serial killers. Obviously. But I haven't heard of any of the ones that are out of the US that have served in the military. If I'm being honest with you. For example, there is this one, it is the only known female serial killer with the highest body count. In terms of kills, obviously. I can't remember her name, but basically how she racked up such a high body count, I think it was like in the thousands or something. It was men. And what she would do is, honestly, it makes you very conflicted. But you know how, arranged marriages were a thing, and how for a really long time, and even now, even in some countries now, women are not considered people. They were considered property to be bought and sold for, either, alliances or just to marry into rich families. Stuff like that, right? I'm sure everyone knows about that. Well, there's this serial killer that I think it was in like the 1800s. She killed her husband with a very particular type of poison, that was untraceable at the time. And because it was untraceable at the time, she got away with it, right? Here's the thing, though, is she also helped other women do the same through a makeup brand. She, as a cover, she sold makeup. But some of this makeup that she would sell were for particularly women who felt trapped in their marriage. They felt trapped in their marriage, whether it was abusive or whatnot. They felt trapped. So she would sell them this makeup. And this makeup basically had a poison in it. And they were able to take a little bit of this makeup, put it in something like porridge, soup, something hot, something where it can dissolve, the powder can dissolve. And sure enough, it would slowly kill them. But it would do it in a way that looked like they were just getting sick. It looked like they were just getting sick, right? So what people thought was happening was these men were just dying. Because think about it this way, when she was selling this stuff, it wasn't like a wide variety of women. Keep in mind, it was something that happened over a course of like quite a few years. So all people knew was, hey, damn, her husband died because he got sick and he died from this like cold or whatever. He died from getting sick. A stomach bug. Something like that, right? In reality, people didn't realize this until way later. I think it was like years, decades even. She's very successful. This one woman got caught. Her husband caught her. Obviously, they realized that she was, because he caught her, they realized that she was killing him with a poison. It still took him a little bit, but they traced the poison back to the makeup. So, surely, they realized that makeup, well, where did she buy the makeup from? From the lady, right? That lady I was talking about. So, eventually she did get caught. But I'm pretty sure her body count was like in the thousands. Hold up. Let me look it up real quick, because I'm curious. Exactly how much. I can't remember her name, but I do know that she was, female serial killer. Most victims. Oh no, that was someone else. That's someone else. What was her name? Oh wow. She's even coming up. Oh no, more. How many did she kill? That was someone else. Oh fuck, I can't find her. I would have to find the video, huh? That's someone different. She's not even popping up. I know it was the 1800s that this happened. You want to know what? Maybe she's not being listed in this because of the way she killed it. Because I'm seeing people that actually, like, had a direct hand in murdering. But obviously the woman that I just mentioned, obviously she didn't have, like, a direct hand in it. She was just more of responsible for all the deaths. So maybe that's why I'm not finding her. Cause I know her victim list reached into the thousands, but all these women that I'm, like, finding, the one that they list that had the most was 600. She helped that it happened. Yeah, so maybe that's why she's not being listed as a serial killer, because she didn't really have a direct hand in it. It was more of, like, it was more of her products that were doing it, the products that she made. Even if she intended it. I do know that she was hanged, though. When they found out, they did hang her, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god. Yeah, so apparently the one that pops up for me first is Elizabeth. Bathermony? Batheroni. I don't know what her last name is, but her name is Elizabeth. And she was a killer between, or, like, she was alive, between 1590 and 1610. And she allegedly tortured and murdered up to 650 girls and young women. At first it was only peasants, luring them in by hiring them as servants, and then beating and torturing them to death. Bruh, how did we get on this topic? That's still a lot. No, that still is, like, a shit ton of people. Her victims seem to be all girls. I think I've actually heard of this before. She was like a noblewoman. Yeah, she was like a noblewoman. So I have actually think I've heard of her story before, actually. And some of the stuff that she did do, cause I remember when I was, like, listening to, like, her stories and stuff. Is this place the UK or France? It is. Let me go over there. Dude. Oh, there she is. She was in. I know it was somewhere in Europe for sure. It's not saying. Okay, let me do. Elizabeth, where did she kill? It was at a castle. Yeah, cause, like, it's supposedly a haunted castle. But where? Okay, I found a map where it is. Let me zoom out. Zoom out. Slovakia is right above Hungary and next to Australia. Austria, not Australia. Austria. I think I said it right. Slovakia? Sounds British. Slovakia. Did I say it right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a country though. Or, yeah. E. Yeah, it wasn't. It looks like it definitely was in Europe. Damn. But yeah, so that's where it is. I will put the name of her castle in chat. But I do know that I think her castle is supposedly haunted, and I think you can visit it. I think it is a historical grounds that you can visit. I like how some of the reviews though to this castle where she murdered and tortured 650 girls. The first review that I see of this castle is, "It is perfect relaxation and the view is worth it." At least that's what Google translates it as. I don't know about you, it's kind of fucked. Oh, it's kind of fucked. Great place. This is a very nice castle. You can park on the main square in the village or park on the upper parking spots which are paid. There is a small train-like car regularly going from the village to the top. The walk is nice in the forest and it is nothing difficult. So also manageable with kids. At the castle, you have toilets. You have to pay entry fee, but it is a small amount. You can pay by card and have a lovely talk with the lady selling them. From the top, there are beautiful views surrounding on the surrounding nature. Inside, there's also a souvenir store where you can again pay by card. Highly recommended. Isn't that kind of like, I understand, I'm not like bashing them for making these kind of reviews, but isn't it kind of very ominous knowing that this castle, this particular place that they are reviewing, saying that that this place was amazing to visit and everything. Isn't it kind of ominous to know that that same place that they're talking about used to be like, especially for those women that were being tortured and stuff, the last place they wanted to be? I don't know, something about that just seems so ominous. To know that like this spot had so much death in it. And literally housed a woman who was definitely not in her right mind. And people are all like, man, this is an amazing scenic spot. I love hiking here. I love going to the souvenir gift shop. It's so... something about it just seems so... I don't know. What did you miss? You came back to women being tortured? What the fuck? Oh, actually, I don't know how we got on this topic per se, but yeah, I started talking about how I used to want to be a psychologist who studied criminal minds. And then I started talking about serial killers and how I find like how their brains work fascinating, and how like there's a lot of correlations that like you wouldn't have thought of, but like a lot of similarities that they have. And then somehow I got into the topic of this woman who she had like around 1,000 victims, but I guess like in a way she wasn't really considered a serial killer. But we started going into like, you know, all like the history side of like serial killers and everything like that, and somehow we ended up on this one castle about this woman who like tortured and murdered like 650 girls back in like what, the 1500s to the 1800s roughly. Yeah, that castle. Yeah. And they were all murdered there, and it was kind of like, it was, I don't know, it sucks. It was sad. I feel bad for all the like the girls that were lured over there with the promise of work in order and only for them to be tortured and murdered. Cuz I'm not going to say what she did, but because I have heard of the story before, I do know some of the stuff she did to the girls, and it was fucked up. Absolutely fucked up. You've heard bits and pieces of it? Yeah, I heard like a deep someone that made a deep dive story into it. I mentioned her before, Bailey Syrian, and I'm pretty sure she was the one that talked about it, and that's where I heard her from. One day we gotta watch Bailey Syrian's videos. One day we'll do that. One day we'll maybe sometime next week we'll have a stream for, like, you know, we'll just watch one of Bailey's videos. We'll watch one of her videos because I really like how Bailey breaks down everything in her videos, and how she kind of like goes through the whole story. Like, it isn't just about the crime and how the crime was committed, or the story about the crime being committed. I like how she doesn't only do that. She does, well, what was her life like before? What was her life like when they got caught? What was her reasoning when they got caught? Stuff like that. I like that she actually does a whole dive into it, instead of, this was the crime that was committed, this is why they did it, according to when they got caught, or if they did get caught, or, you know, whatnot. You learn something new. Normally you learn about the wars in Europe. Yeah, there was a lot of wars in Europe, but at the same time, Europe's been around for, like, Europe's been inhabited, for a while. America's a little different. America is still new with wars. Well, not new, but compared to, like, Europe, America's new with wars. Because, well, Europe there was wars happening over there. Before America was, like, fully, like, colonized, there was just Native Americans. And honestly, they were probably just vibing. I'm pretty sure there was just Native Americans, like, just tribes. And a lot of those tribes, yeah, they may have had, like, wars. Fuck yeah! And yeah, like, Native American tribes probably had, like, wars and conflicts with each other, but for the most part, they were pretty good off of living off of the land. In a proper way, in my opinion. They killed what they needed to. For example, when they went hunt bison, like the tribe that was here in my area, when they hunted bison, they hunted one. That one bison had enough meat to feed the entire tribe for, like, a while. On top of that, they made clothes out of the bison's coat. They made weapons out of the tusk and the teeth and the bones. Nothing went to waste. Nothing. And they only hunted when they needed to. I don't know about you, but I feel like that's a good way to do things. You don't have animals, you didn't have animals going extinct because humans were hunting them for sport. Not in that particular area. You got that one called the 30-Year War and that one called the 1,000-Year War? Or 100-Year War. True, I think that's more on the recent side of history, isn't it? Wait, no, it isn't. Shit, I don't think I know about that one a whole lot. The 100-Year War sounds familiar, though. I think I know something about it. Nothing's ringing a bell. Efficient. Yeah, exactly. They were efficient, and they respected what they hunted. They respected what was given to them by nature. They respected that. And I feel like that kind of respect with your environment and the things around you and the animals around you was a good way to go. I think that was probably the best way to go. Military student practices. Your country in the end of Viking Age had a 100-year civil war. God damn. Dude, the Vikings are really fascinating. I've always found the Vikings to be very fascinating. Then again, I really like the way, like, their culture. I was very interested in, like, the Viking culture and, like, the, what would you call it? They were a branch off of pagans. But they weren't... Actually, I think they were pagans, weren't they? Because they believed in, didn't they believe in, like, the Thor? Like, Thor, fuck. But they believed in that side of paganism, didn't they? You're Nordic sorry. Germanic, I know I have German in me, but my German has been very, Americanized. But that was because of the whole thing with World War II. The Germans that did stay, that were American Germans usually, but the Germans that did stay in the U.S., they got very they got Americanized. They had to, because when World War II was happening, there was a huge stigma against people, like, you know, people that were German in America. I mean, to an extent, makes sense. However, it was more of like, if you were German, you were a spy. Unless you abandon your language, unless you abandon your traditions, unless you abandon all of it. Unless you abandoned all of that, you were considered a spy during that time. So my German, I am mostly German, but at the same time, I lost a lot of that culture. I'm pretty sure I lost all of it, actually. Oh, I'm inactive. Yeah, I should probably start doing shit, huh? Oh, Ash, you like my vehicle? It is probably the most majestic vehicle I have. You're full-blooded Norwegian? Yeah, I remember you mentioning that you were Norwegian. Hell yeah, you love it, right? Isn't it amazing?
And Kira. And Alex. And a couple of other people.
It's beautiful. Hey, we made it to the beach. I don't even remember us making it to the beach. Look how beautiful this shit is. This game is absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of ironic. I don't even like the beach, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. Maybe it's because I grew up in California, near the beach. I can't stand the beach. The sand is annoying. The water is salty. There is so much scary shit in it. I just don't like the beach. The beach is probably not really my favorite place, that's for sure. But I will say, this game makes me enjoy the beach. Maybe because all the sand isn't getting everywhere. Oi, let me see. I'm gonna take another drink, and we might change out our car right now, actually. Can I do winter yet? No. Let's do some barn finds.
In 200 yards, turn right.
Oh, there's one. Oh, this is the influence board. So, I mentioned these guys before, but I'll quickly explain them again. the way experience works in this game is very much content creator style. Very much content creator style. You
Sharp right.
level up by gaining followers. You gain followers by gaining influence points.
In 100 yards.
So these influence boards, let me go over to this one. Where are you? Whoops. I need to go a little bit faster. Ah, here we are. Okay, hold up. There we are. So yeah, those little influence boards. You smash them, 1,000 influence points. Influence points. See that little like wheel?
Turn around when it is
That is your level up system. You level up,
100 yards.
you get skill points. Honestly, if this game had a little bit more RPG elements, this game could probably be considered a racing RPG. But it's still missing a few key elements to make it an RPG, at least according to Reddit. Cause I did have the question. I'm like, would this? Cause racing RPGs is an actual thing. It is a genre. But I guess Forza isn't, or Forza 4, Horizon 4, not Motorsport. Motorsport's definitely not an RPG. Because Motorsport is more of the, you stick on a track kind of racing. But 4 is a little bit different. It's open world, you have skill points and everything. You have a level up system, you have a customization system, you can customize your character and your cars. However, it is still not quite
400 yards.
an RPG, according to Reddit. I had to ask Reddit though, because apparently Reddit knows it all.
Turn left.
And I was conflicted. I'm like, I can't tell if Forza 4 would be considered a racing RPG or not. Oh, that's right. I said we were gonna change our cars, huh? Did we get here? Fuck do we go now? All-wheel drive, perfect. Add real quick. Aight. It's another nice ass car. I don't think I've actually used this car before. I don't think I've ever used this car before, actually. Hold up. Let me get used to this car. I'm gonna blame it on I'm not used to driving this car, and that's why I'm crashing into everything, but we all damn well know that apparently, like, when it comes to video games, I'm just a damn, like, fat badass driver. I don't know why I said it like that. I, like, for some reason dragged that out way longer than it needed to be. Okay, we are in bar find area. Barn finds, we can actually get cars from. They're usually older cars, so they're not gonna be like,
You have arrived at your destination.
they're not gonna be like the nicest car in the world. Like, I'm not gonna find like a super new ass like Lamborghini, you know what I mean? But they are so cool to look for because I really like that they have this kind of thing in it. Oh, I think I've already found it. Usually they're off-road, so similar to this. And they're always in these.
You found it? Nice! The Redditors were right. I'll be there as quick as I can.
Back from man, welcome back from man. But yes, this is a bar find. Or barn find. I keep saying bar.
Audi Sport Quattro with a siren and everything. People are saying this belonged to. Wait, in the door are those bullet holes? Explain later. Right now, let's get this to the garage.
Explain later, yes.
We'll just lock that barn up and... Alright, call you soon.
Whee! The thing is, you write, but you speak it in Norway. It's just full of dialect close to what you write, so... I think I've heard of something similar, but, I think I get why. It could be kind of off. But, I do know that, for example, with German, in Germany, there's two different dialects used. But I remember when I was studying German in like an actual class setting, I remember there was, my teacher telling me that, she used to live there, but she spoke both. But she would switch it out depending on which was easier to do. So she said that writing in German was easier than writing in, what was the other one that they called it? It was I think it started with a B. Fuck. I can't remember. But, like, it was a different version of the German language. Because there was two different dialects that they would, that they spoke in Germany, and it depended on the area you were in. So, like, it wasn't even, like, the country or anything. It was just depending on the area you were in, and some people did both. Depending on which one was easier. According to my German teacher, at least. That's where I'm basing my knowledge from. 5 minutes away from your village, they speak a different version of your dialect. Is like this in all of Norway? Yeah, it sounds like that's a very common thing there, but in a way it makes sense. In the US is very different. US, basically everybody usually either speaks English or Spanish. Spanish is probably the second most spoken language in the US as far as I'm aware. But there isn't really, for example, you can't really separate. I'm just gonna go with it. For example, you can't really separate it by areas. Like, everywhere, you know, most people will speak English. Most of the population will. The ones that don't usually are Spanish or another different type of language, and I think it's only because we're, like, a mixing pot. Deutsch! Yes! Yes! It was a D, not a B. Thank you, Ash. Yes! Exactly. Because, like, she mentioned that there was two different ones, and they were different. It was to the point where she said that if you spoke, say if like you spoke German in a region where they spoke Dutch instead, they would probably be confused. North of your region you live, they speak Old Norse. Really? I figured the Old Norse would be lost. But I guess it makes sense. I'm sure there are still people that study it, just how like there are still people that study Latin. They may not speak Latin like they do Old Norse. I'm sure they speak that way more. I'm curious, what... This is like kind of a random thought I have, but I wonder what triggers a new version of the language to spark. Because I'm assuming war has to be one reason.
Forzathon Live will begin shortly.
Like civil wars. If you have a civil war, they might have a preferred way of like speaking the language to differentiate themselves away from the area that they conquered. But there has to be more reasons with how common it is. I mean, not that war isn't common. I totally ran someone off the road. Whoops. But has to be something. Something else besides war. I refuse to believe that war is like the cause for like everything to change. I'm crashing. I'm crashing. I'm crashing. There we are. You go back and forth from English to half the time and not even realize until someone looks at you like what the fuck? Is that a common thing that happens with people that are bilingual? Because even though I know a little bit of German, I'm sure you guys all know by now, I am not fluent enough to have a conversation in German. I'm not fluent enough. As much as I wish I was, because I really do want to reconnect with like that side of me. And the way I felt like was a good way to do it was, you know, obviously like learning the language. But I haven't stuck with it. I haven't been consistent enough to learn it to the point where I can have a conversation. I need to be more consistent. You got goldfish brain, so yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, I've heard it's very common for people that are bilingual to switch. One of the other languages that I've been meaning to learn to kind of get in touch with, or like get in touch again with, like, you know, what I am is Spanish. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I am a mix of a lot of different things. I've been told I look Italian. I look like a mix with Italian and Hispanic. That's what I've been told. In reality, the things that I am, I do have Italian in me, but I am I'm more German and Hispanic than anything. One side of the family is mostly German, and the other side of my family is mostly Hispanic, with some Irish. That's kind of what, like, my family tree looks like. And because of that, obviously, the two most prominent nationalities in me is Hispanic and German. So I do want to get in touch with those sides of me again, in terms of culture-wise, because, like I said, especially with the German side, I felt like that culture was lost when World War II happened. Not many learn languages because over here we learn English. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Is this a golf course? There's a board. Nice. Not many learn languages because over here we learn English when you're 6. So it was kind of one of those things where you guys learned it. I'm assuming because English is one of the most commonly spoke languages right now, isn't it? I know Spanish is another one. But that could just be the US or like my side of the world. You never met another person online who's spoken as well? Bruh, I bet that is like kind of nice to like find then. I really wish I had the consistency to learn languages more because I have so many languages I want to learn. I really like, I'm not sure if it's like my ADHD and me wanting to hyper focus on things or like whatnot. I thought I was able to break that. But I really like learning a lot of new things, and culture is another one that really fascinates me, along with language. I feel like language is kind of a part of the culture in a way. Because it ties into songs. Songs are a massive part of people's cultures. You know what I mean? Like, songs are a huge thing in culture. At least, especially for, like, Hispanic culture. Songs are massive. Songs, dancing, all of that. All of that is like a huge part of it. English and Mandarinian. Oh, I could definitely see Mandarinian because China has a very big population, and Mandarinian is also not only spoken in China but outside of China. So you have all that, you have that big population, and then on top of that, everybody else who speaks it outside of it. So I could definitely see that. I think Mandarinian is popular in China, right? Mandarinian Chinese, yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I was like, wait, that is it, right? I almost got concerned for a second. I'm like, wait, am I getting it mixed up? But that would definitely make a lot of sense. I wonder if I follow the railroad track long enough if I will find a train at the end of this. Whoops, 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 whoops. Oh! Okay. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I'm pretty sure if I had damage on, my car would be destroyed. Especially after that. Okay, hold up, 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 hold up. Okay, there we are. You can say this, you don't understand a shit what your people say north of Norway. Is it because like things are so like different in terms of like language? Cause cause like you did mention before, that, you know, the regions were different in terms of language. And I guess that would make sense. Oh, I found a train. You know what? I think that's a good place to end it. I could sit here and wait for a train. Another train to come by and hit me. Same language, different dialect? Oh. That makes sense. Dialect does kind of drastically change things. Actually, I'm gonna go on the bridge. We found a train over there. I'm not sure how long the trains take, but I know it's almost time for me to wrap up anyway. It's definitely about that time for me to wrap up. So we're just gonna slowly inch forward at 6 miles an hour. Which is kind of weird because I'm not pressing anything. It's just moving. Can I like... Oh, that's gas. There. Now we're just parked. But we're just hanging out and little bro just bursts through the door. Dude. No, thank you, please. Cause little bro is little bro. He's a little bro that doesn't understand that I keep things like in terms of my name and stuff. I don't say that stuff. All little bro knows is when I do streaming, I'm working. That's all he knows, and honestly it's fine with me because that's all he can comprehend at the moment. Oh, okay. Well, he probably doxed you by accident, yeah. Which at the same time is like it sucks, but at the same time it's like it would be something that I couldn't be upset at him for because like I said, he isn't old enough to understand what even doxing is and if he's doing it or not. You just, oh no, yeah, I would just be like, fuck. Because there's nothing I could do about it at that point, you know what I mean? Okay. Let's see if there's someone I can send you to. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Yeah, lately there hasn't been. It looks like today will be one of those days. But you know what? I guarantee you, as soon as I end, there's gonna be someone that pops online that I could have rated. That I would have rated. Because that's happened a few times. There's been a few times where I've ended stream. I start to get ready to go downstairs and wait for a little bro. And then out of nowhere, I look over and someone that I know is live. Didn't you say it was like 5 or 7 or something? He was around that. I think right now he's 5 or 6. I don't know, for some reason when it comes to like little kids that young, I have a hard time with ages. But yeah, he's like 5 or 6. He's in that range. Is that typical? People going live after I end? Well, not typical, but it's happened a few times where I've seen someone that I would have rated that like, you know, I do know to some degree, and they'll go live, and I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? I don't even think that they realized I was live, though. Usually. Because, it's usually been people that, like, we kind of only hop in each other's stream every once in a while. It's not, like, a common thing. You swear, with your luck, if you ever stream, your mother would yell your full ass name at you to call you? I've actually had that happen to me on stream with my dad. But I was lucky. I was lucky that no one heard. My mic did not pick it up. Because I think I was actually on a stream with Core at the time. And it didn't even pick up on Discord. So I got lucky that time, but I did have to let my dad know. I'm like, hey, yeah, when I stream, I try to keep my privacy as much as possible in terms of personal life. As much as I can. As much as I feel the need to. I will still share with you guys like things that like I'm like okay with you guys knowing. But there are some things where I'm just like, I would prefer not to dox myself. Maybe when I get a little bit bigger, I'll be more okay with it. Like my name, not my face. I don't think I'll ever be showing you guys my face. I apologize. But that will definitely be one thing that won't happen. But maybe one day, my name, but that's only if I'm like okay with it. And it wouldn't be my full name. I should kick your fucking ass here now. Dox my ass real fast, bruh. Yeah, that would be bad. Okay, I think I'm gonna send you guys on over to Core's offline chat. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a much longer stream. We will be doing some Avatar too. But yeah, tomorrow will be a much longer stream. And then on top of that, of course, let me put in the Discord. So if you guys would like, I will be releasing a new schedule, around Friday. So if you guys would like to keep up to date, definitely make sure you join my Discord, because that is where my stream gets posted first, where you'll be notified. But yeah, so I will see you guys all tomorrow. We'll be doing some Avatar, the glowy bits. We like the glowies. And, yeah. Hopefully it's a very long stream, because I like the long streams. See you guys tomorrow. Roughly the same time. You guys all have a good